Welcome back to ReviewMash.
Yes, welcome back.
I am so excited for this deep dive.
Oh, yeah.
We are tackling a game that has been generating some serious buzz, Mirthwood,
Lots of buzz.
and it's being compared to giants like Stardew Valley and Fable,
Huge games.
which, for a cozy gamer like myself, is pretty much a siren song.
I can understand that.
Oh, it's calling to me?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with the holiday season upon us, you probably have a mountain of games
Ooh, yeah.
vying for your attention.
So many games.
And that's where we, ReviewMash, come in.
That's right.
Right. We are sifting through your submitted reviews and player experiences
Absolutely.
to help you decide
Important decisions.
if Mirthwood is worth adding to your already overflowing plate.
Right. Because you've got that backlog.
I got such a backlog.
You got to prioritize.
I've got to prioritize.
Wow.
And you guys sent in a great mix of sources this time.
Oh, good.
So we've got reviews from Twinfinite, Ladies Gamers, Prima Games, Games Radar, Plus A, GameOnly.pl, and even...
Wow, international.
I know.
That's great.
We got a really detailed player experience.
Perfect.
And let me tell you, the opinions are all over the place.
Oh, really?
Some reviewers are head over heels, others are hitting the brakes.
Divided, huh?
Very divided.
Interesting.
So there's a lot to unpack here.
Well, then let's get started.
Okay, let's do it.
What is it about Mirthwood that is just so captivating?
Yeah, where is it?
Imagine, like, a lush,
Okay.
hand-drawn medieval world
Okay, I like it already.
where you can build a farm,
Uh-huh.
you can craft weapons,
That's okay.
you can brew potions,
Well,
you can even dabble in a bit of roguery.
that's my kind of game.
That's the promise of Mirthwood.
Okay.
It blends the cozy farming sim of a Stardew Valley
Yeah.
with the expansive RPG elements of a Fable.
Now you're speaking my language.
See, I knew we'd find some common ground here.
I mean, the freedom to choose your path is what really hooked me, I think,
Yeah.
on this one. Like, do you want to be a peaceful farmer,
Yeah.
a valiant warrior,
Uh-huh.
a cunning rogue,
Okay.
or like a master brewer crafting legendary ales?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right.
It's like a whole fantasy world in one.
The choice is yours.
You're in charge
I'm in charge.
of that.
And there's 6 distinct regions to explore.
Okay, so it's a big world.
It's a big world, so there's a sense of adventure kind of baked right in.
I see that.
Yeah.
Prima Games described the visuals as stepping into
Oh, tell me.
like a childhood fantasy book.
Ah.
And I think that just nails it.
Yeah.
The hand-drawn art style,
Yeah.
coupled with like a soundtrack full of medieval tavern tunes,
Uh-huh.
I can practically hear the loop music now.
Ew.
It really sets a charming and immersive atmosphere.
I love it.
It's like a whole vibe.
Yeah.
It is. But
It's not all,
yeah,
idyllic countryside strolls and
no,
cozy evenings by the fireplace.
not always.
Mirthwood also throws in some survival elements.
Oh, okay.
So we've got harsh winters,
Uh-huh.
dangerous enemies,
Okay.
and even a morality system that tracks your actions.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So remember, even seemingly small choices, like stealing an apple,
Yeah.
can have consequences down the road.
Oh, wow.
So think before you act.
That's a good point. Yeah. I like that they add that layer
Yeah.
to the gameplay.
Yeah, it's not just all sunshine and roses.
Right. There's some depth to it.
Yeah.
Right. Twinfinite's review actually highlighted how your actions influence your reputation with NPCs.
Makes sense.
So if you decide to embrace your inner rogue,
Huh?
be prepared for the social fallout.
Okay. So, like, actions have consequences.
They do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's a fascinating system that adds depth to the world,
I like that.
adds some realism.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, enough about the broad strokes.
Okay.
Let's get into the nitty-gritty,
Okay, the details.
the gameplay. The player experience that was sent in
Oh, perfect.
does a fantastic job breaking down this character creation system.
Yes.
And it's not just about picking a cool hairstyle and an outfit.
Right.
Your background choice impacts your starting skills and
Yeah.
playstyle.
Wow, so it's more than just aesthetics.
It's a big decision. Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
So, for example,
Okay.
choosing the tinkerer background
Mhm.
gives you a crafting edge.
So, like, I'm better at crafts.
Yeah, your crafted items are more durable
Okay.
and powerful.
I like it.
But there's a trade-off.
Oh, there's always a trade-off.
Your stamina drains faster.
Oh, okay.
It's a classic RPG dilemma,
A
right?
classic.
But it highlights the thoughtful design choices, kind
Okay.
of woven throughout Mirthwood.
Yeah, I like when games make you think.
Me too. Strategic.
Yeah. I love those kinds of trade-offs.
They make it interesting.
They really make you think about how you want to play the game.
Yeah, what's your style?
Right.
I love that.
And speaking of choices,
Yeah,
let's talk about farming.
the heart of the game for many.
So Prima Games raved about the freedom you have
Oh, good.
in designing your farm layout.
Okay, so it's not...
No more rigid grids like some other farming sims,
Oh, interesting.
so you can get creative.
Okay,
You can let your inner landscape architect run wild
love that.
and truly make it your own.
There you go. Freedom of expression.
I like it.
And that's a key departure, I think,
What?
from other games in the genre.
I think so too.
It speaks to Mirthwood's, emphasis on player agency and customization.
Yes. I love when a game lets you do that.
Me too. It's so fun. But all that freedom doesn't mean everything is easy. The player experience did point out some frustrations with the resource gathering system.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Apparently, the success rates for things like dropping wood
Okay.
or mining can be, a bit random.
Oh.
Yeah, which can be a major time sink. It's not good.
And resource locations are limited, so you might find yourself trekking across the map just to find that one elusive ore you need.
That sounds frustrating.
It does, a little bit. It raises the question, right?
That's the question.
Does the frustration of gathering the resources outweigh the satisfaction of crafting that perfect item?
Ooh, that is the question.
That's something you'll have to weigh.
I guess so.
As a player, right? What do you value?
Yeah, how much patience do I have?
Exactly.
Okay. So I've got this beautiful world.
Yeah.
Tons of freedom.
Uh-huh.
A crafting system with intriguing trade-offs.
Sounds good so far.
But how does the combat hold up?
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
That seems to be where the reviews diverge dramatically.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So, some reviewers, like Twinfinite, found the combat clunky and unsatisfying.
Oh, no.
Especially the melee combat.
Okay.
They criticized the limited attack options, saying it felt like, oh, tell me.
Swinging your weapon randomly, hoping for a hit.
Oof. Not good.
Not ideal.
Not ideal. And the player experience actually sheds light on why those limitations are so frustrating.
Okay.
Apparently, melee combat lacks vertical swings.
What? Really?
You can only swing your weapon left and right.
Oh, wow.
Which makes fighting in tight spaces, like caves or narrow corridors, incredibly difficult.
Oh, I see the problem.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The player described feeling like a sitting duck.
Oh, no.
Unable to effectively counter attacks from above or below.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Not exactly the epic combat experience you hope for in a game with RPG elements.
No kidding. But Games Radar Plus offered a glimmer of hope.
Okay, good.
They pointed out that Mirthwood allows for combat customization.
Oh, okay.
Through class specializations.
Right. All right. So maybe
there's a way
you can work around it
to overcome those initial limitations.
Yeah, maybe.
And develop a playstyle that feels more fluid. And engaging.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. But let's not forget about
what else is there?
Ranged combat.
Oh, yeah.
Prima Games had an interesting observation.
Ooh, tell me.
About enemy behavior during ranged encounters.
Okay.
They basically just stand back and let you pepper them with arrows.
Really?
Yeah, so not exactly...
That doesn't sound very smart.
Not the most strategic or challenging AI, right?
No.
So that was an interesting little tidbit there.
Yeah, what is going on?
Right, what's the deal? So maybe it's hilarious. Maybe it just needs a little work. Who knows?
Right. But perhaps the most concerning aspect of Mirthwood is something that's plagued many recent releases.
Yeah.
Bugs and performance issues.
The dreaded bugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Mirthwood seems to have its fair share.
Oh, no.
Prima Games was particularly critical, reporting consistent frame rate drops. Freezing. And even bizarre glitches with the farming mechanics.
No. Not the farming.
No.
That's like the core.
Wait, what kind of glitches?
Well, apparently sometimes when you're tilling soil, the tilled area ends up
where does it go?
In a completely random location. Right. 10 feet behind your character.
No.
Yeah. Not exactly ideal for meticulously planning your farm layout.
No. That sounds more frustrating than fun.
Right. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah. But all these bugs and performance issues raise a serious question. Is Mirthwood even worth playing in its current state?
Yeah.
Especially with so many other games vying for our attention.
Right, because you only have so much time.
Right. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
So we've laid out the good, the bad, and the downright buggy.
All the details.
Now it's time to weigh the pros and cons.
Yeah.
And help you decide if Mirthwood is a must-buy. Now, a wait and see, or maybe a pass altogether.
Big decisions.
It is. So is Mirthwood worth our hard-earned cash right now? I mean, it's a tough call.
Yeah.
Especially with the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing a tidal wave of new releases.
So many games.
It's a lot.
It's true.
Games Radar Plus called it a diamond in the rough.
Okay.
And I think that sums it up perfectly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sparkle here.
There is.
But those rough edges, like the combat and those pesky bugs.
Yeah, those are...
Can't be ignored.
They can't be ignored.
They're there.
They're definitely there.
So the question is...
Yeah, what's the question?
How long are you willing to wait for those rough edges to be polished?
Right, because some people don't mind playing a game with a few bugs. Yeah. Some people want it.
Yeah.
Perfect from the start.
I am one of those.
You are?
I get frustrated.
I understand that.
Easily. So some reviewers, like Prima Games, are optimistic.
Okay, that's good.
They actually compared Mirthwood to No Man's Sky.
Okay.
A game that had a notoriously rocky launch.
Yeah, it did.
But ultimately transformed into...
a beloved classic.
Wait, seriously.
I know, right?
No Man's Sky. That's a pretty bold comparison.
It is bold.
It is.
But it's not totally out of the realm of possibility.
I guess not.
Think about it.
Okay.
No Man's Sky faced a ton of criticism for its lack of content and technical issues.
Yeah.
But the developers kept at it.
They did.
Adding features, squashing bugs, expanding the world.
Yeah.
Now it's considered one of the best space exploration games out there.
That is true.
So it can be done if the developers are dedicated.
They have to be committed.
They do. They got to be in it for the long haul.
Yeah. That's a pretty impressive comeback story.
I think so.
So maybe Mirthwood just needs a little more time to bake, so to speak.
Or maybe a little more time in the oven.
Yeah.
To rise. Yeah. To get to its full potential.
Yeah.
It's certainly a possibility.
Okay, I like that.
And to add fuel to the fire.
Oh, tell me.
Prima Games hinted at some exciting future updates.
Yes.
particularly the addition of multiplayer.
Ooh, multiplayer.
I know.
That changes things.
It does.
Imagine exploring that vast world with friends, building farms together. Maybe even tackling some epic quests as a team.
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
Living the dream.
It's a good dream.
That's the vision.
Yeah.
And it's easy to see how multiplayer could inject a whole new level of fun into Mirthwood.
Right.
Yeah.
It could almost make those bugs okay.
In fact, Prima Games suggested
really?
that playing with friends might actually make the current bugs and performance issues more bearable.
I can actually see that if you're having fun.
If you're allowed
with friends, who cares if your tiller is 10 feet behind you?
Right, exactly.
They're just having fun.
You're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
It becomes part of the shared experience.
Exactly.
Right? It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
And maybe with the added social element, the wait for those crucial patches.
Right.
And updates won't feel so long.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh.
But let's not forget about the elephant in the room.
Okay, what's that?
The sheer volume of games releasing right now.
So many games.
There are epic adventures, sprawling RPGs.
Okay.
Probably a few more cozy games.
Probably.
All vying for our precious gaming time.
It's true. We only have so much time.
So much time.
To dedicate to our hobby.
Exactly.
So true. Ultimately, the decision of whether to jump into Mirthwood now or wait comes down to personal preference.
That's true.
Some players might be totally fine with those rough edges and want to dive into that charming world right away.
I can see that.
Other players might prefer to hold off until the kinks are ironed out.
Makes sense.
And the multiplayer update drops. And both approaches are perfectly valid.
Right.
There's no right or wrong answer here.
I like that.
We've presented you with the information, the insights, and the potential pitfalls.
We did our job.
Now it's up to you to weigh the pros and cons.
Okay.
And decide what's best for your gaming style.
Good advice.
Oh.
So what's the verdict for you?
Yeah.
What stood out to you the most about Mirthwood? Are you excited about the possibilities?
Yeah.
Or are the bugs in combat holding you back? We want to hear your thoughts.
We do head over to our social media.
Yes.
Let us know.
We love hearing from you guys.
We love getting your feedback.
So much.
And who knows, maybe we'll even do a follow-up deep dive.
Yes.
Once that multiplayer update is live.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Me too. I'm already picturing us all exploring Mirthwood together.
Yeah.
Building epic farms.
That's right.
Getting into mischief.
A little mischief.
Maybe even encountering a few hilarious glitches.
Of course.
Along the way.
Bound to happen.
Yeah, it's bound to be an adventure.
Yeah.
One way or another.
One way or another, but before we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question, something to ponder.
All right, hit me.
As you make your decision about Mirthwood.
Okay, so we've talked about Mirthwood's potential to become, this beloved sandbox RPG.
It does have that potential.
Especially with the promise of future updates and multiplayer.
Right, exactly.
We've also been honest about its current flaws.
Yeah.
Clunky combat. The performance issues. And those quirky glitches.
Those glitches are something else.
They really are.
But here's something to consider.
Okay, I'm listening.
What if those flaws, those rough edges, are actually part of what makes Mirthwood unique?
Oh, okay. Interesting.
What if they contribute to its charm, its personality, its potential for memorable moments?
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Right.
Like embracing the imperfections.
Yeah.
Seeing the beauty in the glitches, finding humor in the unexpected.
But it's not always about having a perfect experience.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about those little happy accidents.
The things that go wrong.
The things that go wrong.
Yeah.
Think about those classic games we all love.
Oh, yeah.
They often had their fair share of quirks and glitches.
Oh, what a way.
But those became part of their identity.
Right.
Part of what made them special.
Yeah, so right.
It's part of the charm.
Yeah.
Like, you think about it, you're like, oh, man, remember that time when...
Yes, exactly.
And it's like a shared experience that you have with other players.
Yeah, and it's fun to talk about.
Exactly. You bond over it.
Gives you something to bond over.
Exactly.
You're right. Those moments often become the stories we tell.
Yeah.
The memories we share.
Exactly. It's like it becomes part of the game's legacy in a way.
It does.
Maybe it's not about waiting for a perfect, polished experience, but about embracing the journey, the unexpected.
I like that.
And the shared laughter along the way.
Yeah, it's all about perspective, isn't it?
It really is.
So maybe, just maybe, that's what Mirthwood offers.
Okay.
A chance to step into a world that's not quite finished. To be part of its evolution.
To help shape it.
And to create our own unique experiences within its,
within its
charming.
Yeah.
Flawed.
An undeniably intriguing landscape.
It keeps you coming back for more.
It does. So there you have it.
There you have it.
We've explored the world of Mirthwood.
We did it.
From its charming visuals and open-ended gameplay to its combat quirks and technical hiccups. It's got a little bit of everything.
It does. Ultimately, the decision of whether to join the adventure now or wait for a more polished experience.
That's up to you.
It's up to you.
The players.
Yeah. You guys decide.
We've given you the tool.
We've given you the information.
You make the choice.
But whatever you decide, we hope this deep dive has given you the information you need.
All the information.
To make an informed choice.
That's our goal.
Remember, gaming is about having fun.
Yes.
Exploring new worlds.
Absolutely.
And creating lasting memories.
So important.
And sometimes the most memorable moments come from those unexpected glitches. Those shared struggles.
Right.
And those laughter-filled evenings.
The best.
Spent with friends.
Yeah.
In a world that's still a work in progress.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Mirthwood.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll catch you next time.
See you later.
On ReviewMash, where we will continue to help you navigate.
That's right.
The ever-growing world of video games.
It's a big world out there.
And find those hidden gems.
The hidden gems.
That are worth your precious gaming time.
Your time is precious. Spend it wisely.
Until then, happy gaming, everyone.
Happy gaming.